Hi, I'm Rick Hanson for the Mindful Living Week, presented by the Awake Network in partnership with Shambhala Mountain Center. And this is day 4. Each day we have a mindfulness challenge. And the mindfulness challenge today is related to the general theme of home. And so what I wanted to offer was the challenge to find refuge. Home is, of course, a primary source of refuge for us. And the word refuge can sound fancy, but what it really means is a place that is your sweet spot, a place that is protective, that is nourishing, inspiring. There are different kinds of refuges. Home is, of course, for most people, a really important refuge, but we can take refuge as well in teachers, in wisdom, and in larger things, such as I take refuge in science or the world of nature altogether. Refuge is really important because as we get buffeted by the winds of change in this life, we all really need a place where we can go to settle down, find that secure base, that home base, regather ourselves, and then launch again into the world. There are different ways to relate to refuge, and I'll mention a couple, and then we'll do a bit of a guided experiential practice. One way traditionally is to think that you're going to a refuge. So maybe it's sitting under a tree, or going to go talk to a friend, or to pick up a book of wisdom and read it again. That might be a sense of going to a refuge. You can also get a sense, though, of coming from a particular refuge, or having a sense of abiding as the refuge, rather than this more dualistic sense of the refuge being separated from you and something you have to get to. It's all good, find whatever works for you, but I find it really helpful to appreciate what it feels like to abide as a particular refuge, or to feel that the refuge is increasingly part of yourself. So with regard to home, your physical home, I'm going to bring to mind a couple of things perhaps to think about in this guided meditation, and then finish with a few suggestions about how you can take this practice of find refuge as a challenge to yourself into your home and into your life as a whole today. So here we go. If you can, if you're in your home now, or bring to mind your home, be aware of some part of your home that is a special refuge for you. I'm right now imagining putting my head on my pillow. That's a refuge. You might imagine someone that you live with, perhaps your dog or your cat or your partner, that really gives you a feeling of hominess and refuge. And then, either as you look around and are aware of what's in your home right now, or as you imagine being in your home, and you identify something that is genuinely a refuge for you, can you let yourself feel as if you'd entered into a sanctuary, maybe with a sense of something sacred in it that feels protective and nourishing? Like you can really let down and let go and be fed in the process. Can you let yourself have this as an experience? You might like to bring mindful attention to some aspect of home as a refuge. Maybe the sense that this is the one place in which you can be yourself. Or you might bring attention to a different aspect, such as the sense of comfort or ease. What's it feel like to be in an environment that is comfortable for you or comforting? And then in a third thing you can do to help yourself here is to get a sense of the active process of finding refuge or taking refuge or being refuge in your own home. Being aware of yourself as an active agent, someone who can create even more of a refuge for yourself in where you live. A sense of not being helpless or defeated, even in little teeny ways like arranging your toothbrush a little more consciously, or getting a single flower and putting it in a single vase. Things you can do yourself to make your home even more of a refuge. And what's it feel like? To feel like you're the kind of person who can create refuge where you are, in your home. In effect, you can take refuge in yourself, in a sense of the home base in you, which is the origin point of action and intention, including the actions and intentions that can make your own home more and more of a refuge. All right. So now in this day to come, if I could offer a little suggestion to put this challenge into practice, see if there's one thing you can do today mindfully to help your home be even more of a refuge for you. It might be a matter of just removing a bit of clutter, cleaning a surface, arranging things a little better, spending a little more time in some part of your home that really is comfortable to you, maybe inspiring or beautiful to you. What is one thing you could do today mindfully to help your home become even more of a refuge?